All right. Happy Monday, everyone. This is Chelsea with KWRI Marketing. Today, we are going to go over our command overview. So what we're going to be doing today is doing a brief overview of the command system. We do have more specific detailed videos on our YouTube channel. So you can go to YouTube and type in KWRI Marketing to find a whole site of our prior classes and tip videos. So if there's anything that we do not get to today or anything that you want to go a little deeper into, you can go to our YouTube and check that out. And as always, you can email us at support@KWRImarketing.com. We also do have a chat feature as well. So if you have any questions while we're going through this, you can put those in the chat and I will circle back to them at the end of class. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. So you should be seeing my command login screen. So you can access command by going to agent.kw.com. And once you get to this screen, you're going to put in your username and your password. Your username is not case sensitive, however, your password is. If you want to see what your password is, you can click on this eyeball on the right-hand side and it will show you what that is. Spaces do make a difference, so make sure that there's no spaces either before or after your login, or I'm sorry, your password, as that might cause an issue logging in. All right, when that is all set, you're going to go and click sign in. All right, so this is our command dashboard. So we're going to start off by looking at our dashboard here. And you'll see that we do have widgets that are available for view. Yours may look a little different than mine. However, I'm going to show you how you can customize that in just a few minutes. So you are going to see up at the top, we have some quick stats, followed by tasks. This is going to show you what all of your upcoming tasks are. You do also have the ability to create a task right from your homepage. On the right-hand side, we have our recent leads, so you can see all of the leads that have come in. Scrolling down, we have our goals. So here you're able to see all of your goal setting that you have put in, followed by a notepad. If you need to write down any notes, you can do so here. Then we have our profit share, where you can see your profit share information. Next, we have design updates. So this will tell you everything that is new in the design center. Followed by database health. This is going to tell you how your database is doing in comparison to the other agents that are in your market center. And lastly, we have product updates. So anything that is new from KWRI is going to show up here. So scrolling back up to the top, if we go over towards the right-hand side, you're going to see a customize button in the corner. When you click on this, this is going to give you the ability to customize your dashboard. So on the left-hand side, it's going to show you all of the widgets that are available for you to have on there. Anything that you do not want showing, you can just click on the box on the left-hand side and remove that check mark, and it will remove it from your database. Then over on the right-hand side, you can rearrange the widgets to however you would like it to look. And you'll do that by just clicking, and you will drag and drop until it looks how you want it to look. When you are ready, you'll hit apply. and it will update. All right. And I just want to make sure, it looks like someone mentioned that they don't have sound. Is everyone still okay on the sound? Oh, awesome. All right. Cool. All right. Awesome. Yeah, and I apologize. My allergies are really bad today, so it's kind of hard to talk. But anyway, we're going to get through it. And I appreciate you all being here. All right, so if we go over into the left-hand corner, we're going to see a red KW square. This is going to give us our header section. So right now you're going to see that we are in our command profile. Next, we'll have our connect tab. This will bring us to our connect profile. Following that will be command MC tab. So you will only see this if you are on staff. So if you are not on staff, you may not see this. Moving over to the right-hand side, you're going to see a storefront icon. This is our KW Marketplace, where you can go in and you can purchase different subscriptions for your command, such as Twilio. Next, we have our notifications bell. So this is going to tell us any notifications that come in by showing this red dot here. And then the number next to it is going to tell you how many notifications you have. So if you just click on that icon, it's going to pull up your notifications to be able to see what those are. All right, next you'll see your headshot followed by your name. This is going to be where your settings are, and we're going to come back to this in just 1 second. So all the way to the right-hand side, we have a question mark. If we click on this, this is our help and information. Here we're able to access guided tours, KW University, chat with support, and post an idea if you have any suggestions on improvements or maybe something that is not working appropriately. All right, so going back to our name, if we click on this, it's going to create a drop down. So right now you're going to see that we are in our personal account, and we do have another account associated with our command, which is our team profile. So if you're on a team, you should see 2 separate accounts like this. And the way that you can go between the two is just by clicking on whichever account you want to be in. Whichever one is showing at the top is the one that you are currently in. Next, we have our referrals profile. We have our settings, our command training, and we have a logout button. So if we go back up to settings, we're going to go ahead and click on this. And this is going to bring us to our integrations tab. So this is where you will have your apps connected. So scrolling down, you're going to see that this is where DocuSign connects, Dotloop, our social medias. In the middle column, it's going to tell you if it is connected or not. So it's going to tell you the status. And on the right-hand side, it's going to give you the ability to manage the connection. All right, so scrolling down a little bit, we have our productivity apps. So you can connect your Gmail or your Office 365. Followed by our email services. So command email, this is how you are able to send out email campaigns. So if we go over and click on manage, you are able to change the sender name. So you can change how your name is going to appear on your email campaigns. And you can also change your reply to email, which is how your email is going to appear when your clients respond to your email campaign. So if you go and click on this down arrow, it's just going to give you the options of what you are able to change it to. And at the bottom, it will tell you your monthly account usage. So this is going to keep track of your free 5,000 emails. If you use that amount, it's just going to redirect you to the marketplace to upgrade your subscription. All right, so we're gonna continue down. You'll see that we have MailChimp. And lastly, we have Twilio. Twilio is how you're able to send and receive text messages directly through command. So if you see we're currently not subscribed, if we go over to the right-hand side, we're able to click on this and it will bring us to the marketplace for us to purchase that subscription. All right, over on the left-hand side, you're going to see we have quite a few different settings options. Today, we're just going to go into our Connect settings. And if we click on that, we will click on our marketing profile. So this is bringing us to our marketing profile. All of this information found on this page is what is branding us as an agent. So over on the right-hand side, you're going to see this says use my information to brand to my agent site, and it is toggled on, and we know that because it's showing as green. So if this was toggled off, it would just be gray. If this is toggled off, that means that this information on your marketing profile is not showing up on your agent website. So you definitely want to make sure that this is toggled on. All right, the first section we have some spots for our photos. So the first one is going to be our headshot. The second one is where you can add your team logo. If you do not have a team logo, we do suggest adding either a standard KW logo or your Market Center logo or a personal logo that you have. Reason being is when you go to send out an email campaign, there is automatically 2 spots for your logos. So if you have nothing under team logo, it's just going to show up as a broken link. Scrolling down, we have My Details. So this is where you're going to put in your basic information. Anything that is required in order to save is shown by this red asterisk. Under affiliations, we do have, you have the ability to put in your military affiliation. If you click on that down arrow, you'll see all of the options that you can choose from. Next, we have a biography section. So this is where you can go and put in your biography. If you do not have a biography, but you have everything else filled out, the way to get around this is by just adding a space in the bio section, and it will allow you to bypass without putting a biography in if you do not have one yet, but we do suggest putting a biography in there. You're going to have your contact information below that, followed by your Market Center information, followed by compliance. So any compliance pieces that you need will be found here. If you're not sure what you need, just make sure to reach out to your Market Center staff so they can confirm what needs to be added here. Then we have a spot for you to add all of your social media links. And lastly, Google Analytics ID. You'll go ahead and click Save, and it will tell you that it has been successfully saved. All right, so going back to our dashboard, now we are going to go through each of these applets on the left-hand side. And as I mentioned in the beginning of class, this is our command overview class today. We do have more classes that do a deeper dive into all of these today. However, for today's classes, we are just briefly reviewing them. So we do recommend going to our YouTube page, Scott Leroy Marketing, where you're able to search for any topic that you would like more information on. All right, so going up to the left-hand corner, you're going to see a red square that has KW in it. If you go ahead and click on that, you're going to see that it expands our icon section so that you're able to see what the icons mean. So we have our home section, that is our dashboard. Contacts, where you can put your contact database. Tasks, which are where your tasks and reminders are. Smart plans. Your referrals map. Opportunities, which is where your transactions live. Campaigns, where you can do social media, email, any campaigns that you'd like to do will be found here. Your goals and reporting section. The design center for you to create designs for your marketing. Listings, this is where you can connect your MLS. And lastly, your consumer icon, which is where you can get to the back end of your website and find your app URL. All right, so we're going to start off in contacts today. All right, so let me turn this filter off. All right, so this is our contacts dashboard. So starting off, we're going to go down to this dark gray header here. This is going to tell you the different columns that we have in our dashboard. So once you have contacts in here, it's going to tell you the name, if they've been recently active, their tags that are associated with them, their email, last contacted, their primary phone, when they were last updated, and the contact's owner. And then on the right-hand side, if we click on these three dots, we'll have additional options where we can edit the contact, add an activity, make a copy and share, add a note, archive, view smart plans, add to a smart plan, or unmark as a lead. Now, if there is something that is missing on this header that you would like added, you can do so by clicking on Customize Columns. On the left-hand side, you're going to see all the available columns that you can add to your database. If there is something that you want to add, you will just click on the white square and you will see a check mark appear. And if you wanted to not include one, you will just click on the check mark again and it will remove it. On the right-hand side, you have the ability to change the order of the columns, and you'll just do that by clicking and dragging and dropping, and it will make that adjustment for you. So if we wanted address, let's put address next to email. We'll go ahead and click apply. And you'll see that now our primary address has been added to our database. You also have the ability to change the view. So right now we are in a list view. If you see where my cursor is, we can also change it to this other icon that has 4 squares. If you click on that, it's just going to expand each of the contacts so that you can see a little more information. So this is totally up to you and whatever works best for your work process. All right, so moving over, this is where you're able to see how many contacts are in your database. So right now we have 41 contacts. If we go ahead and click on this hyperlink, you'll see that right now it is showing 1 of 41. If we were only showing 10 at a time, because we chose 10 contacts, you're going to see that now we have the option to scroll through the pages by using these arrows. right, so if we go ahead and click on that hyperlink again, if you do have a larger database, you may want to have it showing 500 contacts at a time. Again, this is something that is up to you. All right, going over to the top, you'll see that we have a search bar, so you can search. And as you start to type in the contact's name, you'll see that it will pull up anyone who is matching what is currently in the search bar. Next, we have filters. So if you click on this, you're able to put in whichever information you want to filter the contacts out. So if we wanted to see all of our agents, we can put that tag in, click apply, and now it's going to pull up all of our agents. So it looks like we have one agent in our database. Now, if we did not want to manually add that filter to get to this list, we can save this list, and that would be called a smart view. So if we scroll up here, you're going to see that you have the option to create or manage smart views. So if we go ahead and create a smart view, it is going to save whatever is showing up on your database. All right, so we're just going to name it. We'll save that smart view. So now if we were to just come into our database and we wanted to find all of our agents really quickly, just go ahead, find that view, and it will pull that list up for us. All right, over towards the right, you'll see an import button. This is where you can import a bulk amount of contacts at one time into a spreadsheet. And you will just upload the file here. And you can also send your spreadsheet to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we will get that imported for you. Next, we have an add contact button. So if you would like to manually add a contact to your database, you'll just click on that button. You will put the information in. You can tag it to another contact in your database. And you'll see if you click on the add more information button that you can add any contact information that you really want to about a contact. There's a lot of things. And if there's something that is not showing up, you can go ahead and click on add custom field. And you can type in anything that you want to add to that contact. All right. Then you'll just go ahead and click create, and it will add that contact to your database. So the last thing we're going to go over here, we're going to click on these three dots. This is going to give you all of your export options. So you have the ability to export all owned contacts or export in different mailing labels. All right, next we are going over to tasks. So this is our task dashboard. So if we go up to the top, you're going to see we have a few different lists. Right now, it automatically brings you into your to-do list. So you're able to see all of your upcoming or past due tasks that you have. So in looking at our header, we're going to see the task name, and this is whatever you name it, what it is linked to, who it is assigned to, the priority level, the due date. And then over on the right-hand side, you have the ability to mark it as complete by clicking on the check box. And then you can just add the information to complete it. And then if we click on the three dots, you have the option to either edit, reschedule, add a note, or archive the task. How you create a new task, you can click on the Create New Task button in the right-hand corner. You'll enter the task name. You can link it to a contact or an opportunity. And then you'll just follow up with the information needed for the task. All right, from our to-do list, you can move over to completed. This is going to give you a list of all of the completed tasks. And lastly, we have archived. So this is going to give you a list of all of the tasks that you have archived. If you did so in error, you can go ahead and click on the 3 dots on the right-hand side, and it will give you the ability to either unarchive or to delete. If you unarchive, it will put that task back in your to-do list. And it will have that green banner at the top. So if we go back to our to-do list, we'll see, oh, it was that second one. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. All right, so now it got moved into our to-do list. If you need to complete a bulk action to your tasks, you can do so by clicking on the white box on the header. That's going to select a max of 50 items. And then at the bottom, we're going to go over to the right-hand side. You're going to see that you have the ability to reschedule, change the priority, or archive all 50 of these items that are selected. Next, we're going to move to Smart Plans. Oops. Let's see, we have a question. Is there a fix for it going back to the top every time you make a change in the tasks? No, that's just how it works currently, because it will like reload and go back up to the top. But that is something that I would suggest chatting with support, or you can, if we go back up to our question mark, you can post an idea and you can suggest that it does not do that. Because that's a good idea. Yeah, it does do that. Unfortunately, it will kind of like reload the whole page for you. All right, so next we're going to go into Smart Plans. So this is our Smart Plans dashboard. So right now you're going to see that we do have some Smart Plans that we have added to our library. If you're new to Command, you may not see anything here. So I'm going to show you how you can add these to your library. But for right now, you're going to see this dark gray header. It's going to tell you the name of the Smart Plan, the contacts that are associated with the Smart Plan, and you can see that if we scroll down, we're going to find this eyeball with a number next to it. This is telling us how many contacts are actively involved in this Smart Plan. So we currently have 1 in our long-term nurture. Next, when it was created, the duration of the Smart Plan, how many total touches, meaning how many times the contact is going to be communicated to. And then we have some action items. So you can add a contact directly from here to your Smart Plan. You can edit. So if you click on this, it will bring you into the Smart Plan editor. Or if you click on your 3 dots, you can copy the Smart Plan. You can publish it to the public library, or you can delete the Smart Plan from your library. Going back over to the left-hand side, we're going to look at this first Smart Plan. So if you wanted to see some more information about what this Smart Plan is, you can click on this arrow, black arrow to the left-hand side. Actually, let's find a better one. There we go. And it's going to tell you all of the steps that are in this Smart Plan. If you wanted to create a Smart Plan, you can do so by clicking on the Create button in the top right corner. If you do this, it's going to open up that Smart Plan editor for you to be able to manually create your Smart Plan. But if you do not want to manually do that, we do have a public library that I would suggest going to. And you'll find that in this second tab at the top that is called Library. If we click on this, it is going to bring us to the public Smart Plan library. So these are smart plans that were created by KWRI and other agents in KW who have shared it to the library. So you're going to see at the top, we have our featured smart plans. These are the more popular smart plans that are a great way to get started. So it's going to tell you the name of the smart plan, a brief overview of what it is, how many downloads, the rating, the steps, the duration, and the touches, the author, and then you have the ability to view the steps that are in the smart plan, and you're able to add the smart plan to your library. So once you add it to your library, that is when you are able to add contacts to it. Or you can add the smart plan to your library right from here. If you go up to the search bar here, you can also search for any smart plan that you're looking for. And as you start to type in, it will populate what is matching in the search bar. So if you find one that you like, you can go ahead, you can view the steps, or you can just go ahead and add it to your smart plan. So if we wanted to add this Mother's Day one, we can rename this or we can leave it the same. I guess we'll at least make it this year. We'll go ahead and click download. And if we go back to our smart plans, well, I guess it's my smart plans, we'll see right at the top that My Mother's Day is now part of our smart plans for us to start adding our contacts. Next, we're going to go into referrals. So this is our referrals dashboard. This is at the top, it's going to give you an overview of your referral stats. And at the bottom, it's going to show you all of the agents that are in your referral network. When you have an agent in your referral network, you're able to click on this black arrow, and it's going to give you all of the information about them. So it'll give basic contact information, their biography, plus their statistics. From here, you're able to send a referral, or you're able to remove the agent from your referral network. So if you do not have anyone in your referral network, you may not see anyone here. And that's okay. I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you are looking to send a referral out, you can click on the new referral button in the top right corner. You're going to have the option to find an agent. This is going to bring you to the referral map, which I'll show you in just a second. Or you can select an agent that is already in your referral network. So once that agent populates, you can click on them. You'll put all of your referral information in, go ahead and send it, and it will send them that referral. So if we go up to the top, right now we are in our dashboards. Next, if we click on My Referrals, this is just going to give us some information and stats about basically all of our referral transactions. Next, we're going to go to the map. So this is how you can add people to your referral network. So you're going to see a search bar up at the top, and you're going to see that right now it is searching by production. If we click on this arrow, it's going to give us the options to search by production, by market centers, by my network, or by my referral patterns. And that means your referrals, who they are referral partners with. If you have an idea of what area you want the referral to be in, You can start typing that in the search bar. You also have the option to scroll with your mouse in and out. This definitely lags though, so I would suggest getting as close as possible to the area if you are looking for an area, just because it can kind of slow your computer down a little bit. So you're going to see that there's numbers populating. And over on the right-hand side, you're going to see that the search results are changing as we scroll in. All right. So looking over at our search results, it's going to show you all of the agents that are located in the view that is currently on our screen. So if we wanted to see some more information about a particular agent, we can go ahead and click on the black arrow, and it will give you all of that information about them. If we wanted to add them to our referral network, you can click on the Add Friend button icon that you can see right here. Or if you wanted to send them a referral, you could do so by clicking on this Mail button. And that will send a referral to them. Oops. All right, didn't mean to click on that. Okay, so now we do also have the option to send a bulk referral. If you're not really sure who you want to send it to, you can send it to multiple agents at a time. And you'll do that by clicking on this broadcast referral button. So you're going to see that we cannot do that right now, and it's because there's too many agents. So how we can narrow that down is by using the filter option. So if we go ahead and click on this filter button right here, you can put in whichever is relevant for your referral. So if we wanted at least 2 units closed in the last 12 months, we can apply that filter, and it's going to bring it down to 21. So you'll see now we're able to broadcast the referral to these agents. We can go ahead and click on that. And this means we are sending a bulk referral out to 21 agents. The client's information is kept confidential until you award the referral to whichever agent accepts your referral, and you mutually accept them as receiving the referral. And that is how referrals works, briefly. All right, next we're going to go into opportunities. So opportunities is basically the pipeline for your clients. This is where you're going to find your transactions. If you're on a team, it will auto default to your team name. Then you'll see your personal transactions next to it, followed by all of your opportunities, and then all discussions. So if we're looking at our dashboard, you're going to see that we have our team name up at the top, and then it's going to be broken down into different sections. We're going to have our listings, our buyers, and our leases. You'll see GCI information over on the side, followed by some metrics down at the bottom. And lastly, your closings for the month. So scrolling back up to the top, each of these categories has various stages within them. So you're going to see cultivate, appointment, active, under contract, and closed. You'll see a number under this one, meaning that we do have one transaction in this stage. And it's going to tell you the volume and the average time that you have a transaction in this stage. Going back over to GCI, these numbers will change based on your transactions moving within the stages. And then to get to that transaction, you're just going to go ahead and click. And then it's going to bring up all of your transactions in the stages that they're in. If you want to import an opportunity, you can click on the import button. This will allow you to import your loops from .loop. Next, you have a create opportunity. So if you need to create a new opportunity, you'll just click on that button and it will bring you to this page where you can input all of your opportunity information. And remember that anything that has this red asterisk is required in order to save. Next, if we go up to our header, our personal is going to be the same thing. So we're just going to move over to all opportunities. This is going to show you all of your closed and current opportunities. So you're able to see what has closed and keep tabs on that. Next, we're going to go to campaigns. All right. Let's see, we have a question. Is there a reason why my closings don't make it to this graphic? The transactions opportunity has it there, but not the first page. So that's going to depend on transmittal. If your office has transmitted for the month, it's going to make changes to those graphics, which is why it may not be showing up. But if you want to email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and maybe provide a screenshot or your login information, we can take a look at that for you. All right, so now we are in our campaigns dashboard. So if we're looking up at the top, you're going to see the connected channels that you have for your campaigns. So right now, this is showing us that we have our Facebook and our mail connected. We do not have Twitter connected, so it will be grayed out. And then over on the right-hand side, we have our connected accounts. So for our paid ads, we have our Facebook and our mail connected. For our social posts, we have our Facebook and our Instagram connected. And if you need to make any changes to this, you can just click on the Manage button. Scrolling down, we have some quick posts. So you're able to take some of these posts and post them to your own social media or anything like that. And lastly, we have our tips and training for you to get some more information on social media. All right, so up at the top, you're going to see right now we're in our dashboard. Then we have our paid ads tab, our email tab, our direct mail tab, and our social post tab. Then we have payments, and we have our create campaign tab. So if we go and click on create campaign, this is going to give us the option to create either a social ad, which is a paid ad that you are paying for, a social post, which is a free post that you are posting out onto your business page, direct mail, or email. All right, if we go to our paid ads tab, this is going to give you all of your paid ads analytics at the top. And then down towards the bottom, this is going to give you an overview of all of the paid ad campaigns that you have either completed or are currently in process or are in draft. So in our header, you're going to see an overview, the preview, the status, the duration of the campaign, including metrics that you are receiving from the campaign, the goal of the campaign, followed by the ability to either edit, duplicate, or archive the campaign. Next, we're going to go over to email. And these are pretty much all the same. So we're going to have our email metrics up at the top. And then again, it's just going to give you all of the information on your email campaigns, whether it has been mailed or not, the date that it was mailed, and then your metrics on that email. Next, we have our direct mail. So again, we're going to have our direct mail metrics at the top, followed by our overview of all of our direct mail campaigns. Lastly, we have our social posts. So this one is going to look a little different. This is going to give you the ability to see your live and scheduled posts right from command. So you're going to see right now, we're looking at a week calendar view. If we go over to the right-hand side and we click on week, it will give us the option to change that to a month if we want, which I kind of like this view a little better, but then if we go back to the previous month, you'll see that on this date, we did schedule a Facebook post at 9 a.m. If you wanted to schedule a post for tomorrow, you can just click on the box and it's going to open up that editor for you to create that social post. Going over to the right-hand side, we are going to click on payments. And this is just going to give you all of your spend metrics so you can see what you've paid for and you can track and make any adjustments that you need. All right, next we're going to go into reports. So this is going to give you an overview of all of your reporting. So this is going to tell you your database health, pretty much how your database is doing, and give suggestions on what you need to add to your database. Followed by your lead sources, so you can see where you're getting your leads from. And lastly, your activity score. And all of this information is going to change based on the information that you put throughout your database. So just be mindful, the more that you put into your database, the more information you're going to get out of your reporting section. So if we click on our reports tabs up at the top, you're going to see a hyperlink here that says opportunities report. If we click on that, we have the option to view a database report, which will show us the report on our database, goals report, which will show us a report on our goal setting, and opportunities report that will pull all of the information from our opportunities. You do have the ability to export this as well by clicking on the export button in the top right. Next, we're going to go to our goals tab. So here you have the option to set goals, and you can do that by clicking on the goal setting tab on the right side. Once you do that and you input your goals, it's going to keep track of it as you go through transactions and you use your database, and it will tell you how you are doing in regards to your goal setting. So it's really cool. You can see your profit tracker, and then you have some additional graphs down at the bottom, just based on whatever the topic is. Next, you may have a lead routing option. This is going to be for rainmakers. So if you are a rainmaker on of your team, you'll have this lead routing tab where you can create different rules for when leads come in, where they are being dispersed within your team. Next, we have emails. So if we click on this, this is going to give you all of your email metrics. And lastly, we have texts and calls. So this is going to pull the information from your Twilio account. So if you have a Twilio account, it will start populating your information and metrics based on what is happening with your Twilio account. So next, we're going to go into designs. So this is bringing us to our design homepage. So everything that we see here are designs that we have added to our personal database. You're going to see that we have a search bar if you need to search for designs. You have your filter option as well. And then over on the right-hand side, you can either change the view from old to new or new to old. And you can also change how it's showing up. You can choose either a list view or you can do it in an icon view. Then you have the ability to import a design or create a design. So if you click on import design, it is going to bring you to the section. Come on, there we go. All right, so it's going to bring you to the design center where you have options to either choose pre-made graphics. You can choose templates, images, your designs that you've previously created. So there's a ton of stuff in here that you can choose from. Or you can go ahead and create a design from scratch. This will bring you into the editor to just create a design on your own. And no, you cannot link to Canva. I know a question came in about that. You can create from Canva and then just upload the image into Command and into the Design Center. So that's kind of how you have to work with Canva. Next, we're going to click on our listings. And this is where you are able to sync your MLS listings to your Command account. And you'll do so by clicking on Sync My MLS. When you click on that, you will get two options to either search by listing address or by MLS number. We do suggest searching by MLS number, so there's less risk of searching. However, we do not have one, so I'm just going to put in an address and click Next. So you're going to see that listings have populated. When we find the one that is our listing, we'll go ahead and click Select. We'll click Next. And then a pop-up will come up that will have you confirm whether you are the primary or the co-listing agent of the listing. When you choose that and click Next, it is going to trigger a verification email that will be sent to the email that is connected to that listing on the MLS. So it does have to be your listing in order to connect. So once you go ahead and verify that, it will connect your MLS with Command and you'll start seeing your listings populate here. So from there, you'll be able to import and use all of the listing information automatically into your designs and your campaigns. So it's very integrated. All right, the last thing that we are going to talk about today is our consumer. So this is where you can find your website URL. So if you go on this first page, you're going to see this blue bar up at the top. This is going to tell you what your website URL is. It is hyperlinked, so it will redirect you to your website if you click on this. Any pages that you have created for your website will show up here. Over on the right-hand side, we have a view column, so it will show you if this is in view or not. So if the eyeball is showing as blue, that means that it is an active subpage. And then if you click on your three dots, you have the option to either edit or delete that page. All right, so up at the top, we'll see that we are on our site pages. If we move over to our landing pages, this will bring up all of the landing pages that we have created. And a landing page is a standalone page that will have its own specific link. So we typically see agents having open house landing pages. You're going to see the status. So if it is active, it's going to show up as green. You're going to see the URL. And over on the right-hand side, you can edit, change the URL, remove the custom URL, deactivate, or delete the landing page. So in order to create a page, you're going to click on this Create New Page button in the top right. And here it's going to ask you if you want to create a new subpage or a landing page. So you get to choose whichever one you're looking to create. You'll go ahead and click Create Page, and it's going to bring you into the website editor for you to start editing that page. Next, we have Guide Builder. So if we click on this, this is connected to your consumer app for your clients who are registered on your app. So they'll be able to view your buyer and your seller's guide that will be personalized for your information. Next, we have collections. So these are similar to saved searches in the MLS. If you go ahead and click on Create a Collection in the right-hand side, you can put in the information that your client is looking for, and then you're able to push out any of the collections that you have created through to your clients, as long as they're registered through your app. All right, lastly, we have our site and app settings. So if we click on this, this is going to bring us to the back end of our website, where we can change the text, images, if we want a registration, and you can add virtual tours. If we go to our URLs tab, this is going to bring up our URLs for our website, as well as our app. So if you see this app URL, you will want to copy, and this is what you want to market out to your clients, so that when a client clicks on this link and registers, you are going to have that big brother access to be able to see what they're doing on your app. And that's how you can push out collections. So they do have to sign up under your unique URL. So under featured listings, you can select listings to show on your website. Next, we have the theme. So you can choose either the red theme or the dark theme. And lastly, we have our agent site agent site pages. So here, if we go over to the left-hand side, we're going to see the pages that we currently have on our website. We're able to change the order by clicking on the dots and dragging and dropping. And then if you click on the individual pages, it's going to bring up the back end where you can change the title, the URL slug, and the SEO description. All right, so that is all that we have today for our command overview. Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember to visit our YouTube page for additional videos and email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com with any questions that you have. Have a great rest of your week.